Hello, welcome back to Cars of Glasgow. Today you join me at Vertu Toyota Glasgow for the 2024 Toyota Land Cruiser. I'm here with Nick, who is in charge of fleet sales, and today he's going to give us a quick look and discussion about Vertu Motors business and what fleet sales has been like for 2024. So Nick, how have you found the year so far?
Well, firstly, thank you very much for coming down, Thomas. It's good to meet you. Thanks for taking the time out to come in.
I appreciate it. Thank you too.
Yeah, so in terms of this business, we've now been opened here for about 2.5 years as a Toyota centre. We're also a business centre here, which means we basically actively sell commercial vehicles and promote sales for businesses in the area. In terms of our other sites, we've got one site located in Hamilton, and we've also just opened a third site which is located in Ayr. So we're pretty much covering the full of the west of Scotland, and we've got a presence in all those towns around the west of Scotland. So yeah, in terms of the year, it's been a very good year for us for Toyota fleet sales, not only here in Glasgow, but I know nationally Toyota's done very well. I think the fact that we've got a vehicle in every segment in terms of LCVs, we've got a small van, we've got our Corolla Commercial, our Pro Ace City, we've got the medium-sized van, which is the Pro Ace, and we've also got our new addition to the market, which is the Toyota Pro Ace Max, which enters the market as a large size LCV. Overall, it's been a fantastic year. I know we're one of the only manufacturers to offer a 10-year, 100,000 mile service activated warranty on a commercial vehicle. So we also offer 5 years home and roadside assistance with every new Toyota LCV. So,
which is great for businesses, isn't it? So if you're looking to buy a commercial vehicle, it gives you a little bit of peace of mind, for longevity.
Absolutely. I think that's one of the main factors when folk are making a decision, or when businesses are making a decision on that.
Well, great. Well, thank you very much, Nick, for having me along today. Thank you for discussing a little bit of insight there into Toyota Fleet. If you are interested in purchasing a car through Fleet, make sure you go and give Nick a message. I'll leave his details below, and make sure to check them out at Ayr, Hamilton and Glasgow. So we're pretty much covering the west of Scotland here if you're looking for a Toyota privately as well. So I'm going to crack on with this video and show you the exterior and then into the interior and take it out for a test drive. Now this particular car is an Invincible trim, and here in the UK we only get it as a diesel. So up front it's powered by a 2.8 litre 4-cylinder diesel. No hybrid, the hybrid might be coming next year. It produces about 204 brake horsepower and 500 newton meters of torque. Now what that means is it's good to tow 3,500 kilogram trailer if it's got a braked trailer, and this car rides on a ladder frame chassis. It's got 50% stiffer torsional rigidity over the outgoing model, and up front we have a wishbone suspension. In the rear it's a rigid rear angle. Now you're going to notice this is a new shape Land Cruiser because it's blocky, and it shares its platform with the Lexus GX that unfortunately we don't get here in the UK. Now interestingly, for this model we do get two versions of headlights. We do have the first edition. It has the circular headlights that kind of harken back to the previous models over the decades. And this particular model here today, the Invincible trim, has the flat line, it's kind of rectangular headlights with the kind of tri-LEDs up front. Everything else in front of it is given that retro modern chic. We've got Toyota spelled out the front just like they used to do in the 70s and 80s. And you're not going to mistake this for anything else. It's quite a tall, boxy vehicle as well. You're looking at about 4.9 metres in length, about 1.9 metres width and 1.9 metres in height. It's a little bit wider than 1.9. And on the side of the car, you can see this big square fenders up front with the black trim plastic to prevent anything getting damaged if you're off-roading. We have these really chunky Dunlop tyres, as you can see here. These ones are finished in the graphite grey, quite nice and giving you a bit of a sidewall for that off-roading nature. Everything in this car is giving you chunky appearance. We've got big chunky side view mirrors, and then this car's fitted with the protection package as well, so that's why we've got these black sills on the sides of the doors. And then we've also got a little side step down here below. So around the rear of the Land Cruiser we do have these attractive tail lights, kind of two-piece look in there when the lights are on. And again, everything's quite chunky. We do have the tow bar down here, all-round parking sensors, and we do have a split tailgate. Now Toyota have placed the button here on the side so you can lift this panel of glass up, which means you can easily load things in, or maybe you've got dogs and they can stick their heads out. It's quite a cool little feature. We've also got an electronic tailgate which you can open two ways. You can open the button on the fob, or we can touch it there underneath the Y in Toyota. and that's going to give you 620 litres of boot space. As you can see here, we do have the cargo cover. We can pull that across, and this one is the 7-seat version of the Toyota Land Cruiser. So we do have buttons on the side here to lift those seats on the side. If you want an extra capacity, you can fold them back down. Now you may also notice that the tailgate lifts up instead of swinging on the side like we have seen in previous Land Cruisers. And we do have some speakers as well in the tailgate back here. So if I was sitting here, maybe at a horse show or something like that, again, British weather, we're going to get protected from the rain like it is today. So over on the right hand side of the boot, we do have a little charge port that is 3 pin. You can plug something in, and these are the buttons here to raise the seats. So you're able to raise and lower them, hold them in, and the seats are going to lift up. They may take a wee second, but it's nice that they are electronically lifted. And back there as well, we do have things like your seat belts and storage at the sides of the bins there to put other pieces in. Now we do have little headrests you can pull up, so you can comfortably get some rear passengers inside. To fold this down, all we're going to do is pull this little lever here, headrest pops down, and then you're able to fold that down, push that button in, and that's going to go down. Take a wee second, but it's going to go all the way down and lie flat. And it gives you a nice flat road floor. Now the height of the road floor itself isn't too bad. It is a tall SUV, so you'd expect that to be tall and slide that across. This one is fitted with a little liner there that says Land Cruiser. But yeah, nice flat floor. You can fold the second row down as well to even get a larger area as well, depending what you're hauling. So you join me in the back of the Toyota Land Cruiser. This is the third row. As you can see, 5'11", got some headroom, but my knees are quite close to the rear seats here, so you're probably best having this for children. We do have a little button here for electronic adjustment to raise and lift that back and forward and pivots. And then we've got a USB-C charger along with a little docket back here. Now let's check out the second row because this is more adult friendly. So you join me inside the second row of the Land Cruiser. Now I'm benefiting from the flat roof with plenty of headroom. I'm 5'11", plenty of knee room. We've got mat pockets at either side of the seats with a little bit of lined felt inside so nothing rattles around. We do have mechanical door release, JBL sound system all round, as well as grab handles, so when you're doing some serious off-roading, your passengers have something to hold onto. Now it's nice, we've got heated and ventilated seats on both outer seats, USB-C chargers, as well as a 12-volt power outlet. And in the middle here, we do have cup holders. So if you are carrying two passengers in the rear, we've got cup holders. We can fit somebody in the middle, but it's going to be a little bit tight just because of that transmission hump being there. This is a serious off-roader after all. Now, if you do have child seats, we do have little child seat flaps under here that allows you to anchor in your seats with ease. And the doors open at quite a nice size, and because it's tall, it's a nice load through to get in and out of the vehicle. Now let's have a look at the front of the car. So you join me up front inside the Toyota Land Cruiser interior. Now first things off the bat, you're going to notice we've got a plethora of buttons, which is nice to see. We do have just over a 12-inch touchscreen up here that is Apple CarPlay and Android friendly wireless. We also have physical buttons that can be used while wearing gloves. So we've got heated and ventilated seats, heated steering wheel, as well as other climate control buttons there. Down below we do have a button here for the 360 camera, a physical button for the volume knob for the radio, and an idle up button. So that means if it's sitting in your drive and you're trying to warm the car up in a deep cold winter, push that button and it will heat the car up a little bit quicker. Now we also have some USB-C chargers and a HDMI cable, as well as a wireless charging pad for your phone. We have this rock control mode here that acts like automatic cruise control, really sets your pace at nice slow speeds automatically. We've got hill descent control and we've got drive mode as well, which makes you slide between comfort and sport. And then down below we have some more off-roading modes. So we're able to have central locking diff as well as rear row locking. We can decouple the front sway bar as well as put it into high and low down here as well. We've got high 4 and low 4. Two big cup holders with little grabby bits inside there. And underneath here we do have a little fridge. It is got a sign for no meat or fish, but you can turn on the cool box and keep a can of juice or something like that. Nice and cool. Now we've also got a decent sized glove box. It is softly damp, so it's not lined with fuzzy stuff, and it does have a little shelf. So right now we've got like the logbook up there and a little bit of storage in there for your wheel nuts. Material quality in the car is quite mixed. It's obviously rugged. You've got things like the big rubberized grab handles, big buttons on the steering wheel, this kind of Toyota leather on the steering wheel, And yeah, everything around it's rubberized and kind of feeling quite durable. It's kind of giving me Defender vibes, just with the kind of rugged nature of it. And yeah, we've got circular air vents on the side and then rectangular air vents in the middle. Now, technology-wise, we do have a heads-up display, a digital screen in front, and all the modern technology you'd expect of a 2024 car, such as the driver drowsiness sensor, adaptive cruise control, lane departure warning, just to name a few. So the driving position of the car, you do sit up quite high. You've got a good visibility all around. The greenhouse is not too bad. C-pillar is a little bit thick, but the 360 cameras are fantastic for parking the car. And I can see the edge of the bonnet, which you can't often say about the car. Now, we've also got this little guy here. You push that up and it gives you the mirror, which is quite nice. So when the car's on, it gives you the digital view of the vehicle behind. So if your seats are full with passengers, you're not having to look through their heads. Now, we've got a nice big panoramic roof with a nice sunshade. It's electronic. It's raining today, so I'm not going to open it up. And the seats in the car are fairly comfortable. They've got a bit of support. In the UK, we only get the black interior with the white stitching. But yeah, they've got a nice colour. They are electronically adjustable. And they're going to suit you well of what a car you expect of this price point. All right, driving the Toyota Land Cruiser. Now, I have been super excited to drive this all year. So let's see how we get on. Now, I was super excited when I picked up the keys today for this car because it's such an icon. You know, regardless if you're driving across the Sahara, maybe you're driving through the Dubai sand dunes, or maybe you're going across the Australian outback, this is the car you want to take with you. There's a pink A-Class going by, that's quite cool. But yeah, now what you want to know, this car is using the aforementioned 2.8 litre 4-cylinder diesel, 204 brake horsepower, 500 newton meters of torque. Now 0 to 60 is just over 10 seconds for this car, but realistically you're not buying this for outright performance, you're buying this for off-road capability as well as maybe towing. This car can tow 3,500 kilogram braked trailer, which is pretty impressive. Now, in the UK at the moment, we only get this 2.8 litre diesel. It's not hybridised, it's just a standard 4-cylinder diesel, similar to what you've seen in the Hilux. Now, there is talks in 2025 they will bring a 48-volt hybrid to the Land Cruiser lineup, but at the moment I've been told by Toyota that the Land Cruiser in the UK is not getting the same petrol hybrid setup that we see in North America, which is a little bit strange to me just because the UK seems a bit more hybrid friendly than, say, other parts of the world, but hey ho. Now, I'm averaging about 14 miles to a gallon today. Most of the time it has been, pretty 30, 40 mile per hour speeds. I do like the digital mirror, just eliminating, any blind spots behind me here. And visibility out front is great. See, with that big long bonnet, I can see exactly where the car is in the road. And with the 360 cameras, I managed to parallel park and bay park with ease because it just makes it so easy. With that top-down view, you're able to see where you should be parking within the lines. So that is a neat touch. Braking in the car isn't too bad. I said this is a heavy car. It's over 2.3 tons. And yeah, you can feel the weight a little bit around braking. It rocks a tiny little bit. Also find that round corners as well. It seems to lean a little bit more than you'd expect. It is a traditional off-roader with that ladder frame chassis. So this car is using an 8-speed automatic and has permanent 4-wheel drive. Now there is a variety of road modes down here that I've not really had the chance to use today because I've pretty much been on tarmac for my full experience. But it does have central locking diff, rear locking diff, you can decouple the front sway bar, and a rock crawl mode as well. So it's got a few driving modes. I have played around with the mode select, so you're able to rotate that into sport, normal and eco. Realistically, it's not made too much difference. Eco has numbed the experience a little bit. I've just left it normal, but it's not the kind of car you're realistically going to be driving in sports mode. It's not a very engaging drive. It is comfortable when you go in over speed bumps, lumps and bumps, and you sit up nice and high over the hedgerows that we're passing now. Now this car in my head rivals things such as the Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon, to an extent the Land Rover Defender, and potentially the American Jeep Wrangler. I think the Wrangler's around 60 odd thousand pounds, this is just around 70. Mercedes-Benz is around 150. 130, 140 for the diesel, and the Defender's got a wide price point depending on what model you're looking for, but you're looking around 60 odds up till 180, I think, for that new V8 Opta thing. National speed limit, let's go. And we're accelerating, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. There we go. That was uphill in real world wet conditions, but yeah, I just wanted to give you a quick experience of what that was like. Now, it does have a little bit of body roll side by side as well. Not the most composed on-road vehicle, but again, I stress this car is primarily going to be for off-road, and at low speeds around town as well, it was alright as well. It just seems to be when you're travelling about maybe like 50, 60 miles per hour on tarmac. Same thing with the body roll in the corner here. Turn in, brake, lean a little bit, and accelerate again. You're hearing a little bit of that engine noise come through, so it's not the most refined luxury vehicle, but you've got to admit it does look cool, and yeah, you're getting that warranty in these chunky buttons, you know. I think if you're buying one of these, you are probably seriously comparing it against something like a Defender, a G-Wagon, something like that, because it is such an iconic look. And in the UK, these are very scarce and limited because of the ZEV mandate. And here in the UK, Toyota's only selling a handful of these each year. So if you do see one up for sale, get your name down, be best friends with your dealer, because I actually think this car is probably going to hold on to its value as well long term, more so than a Defender, just because it's limited. You get a 10-year warranty and that perceived reliability with Toyota as well. But yeah, with a 10-year warranty, you could own this and not have to worry too much. Now, there is some T's and C's around that warranty, which I'll let you check out with your local Toyota dealer, but off the top of my head, I think it's 100,000 miles and you have to service it at a Toyota dealer each year. So that has been my video on the Toyota Land Cruiser. Thank you very much for watching. Ciao.